This is the sort of thing that with the pandemic and whatnot that you got to watch out for when you're buying something on the internet. Because I've been joking about this for weeks now as I've bought stuff with stimulus money. And as I bought stuff with the stimulus money, the Trump bucks, as they call them, and some other stuff as well. And I've started to see a pattern with, of course, everybody, because of the mess that's out there, has to be more careful, and that's going to slow things down. However, I just don't like when the sales pitches continue, like Amazon Prime. Hey, 2-day shipping. Sign up for Amazon Prime. Yeah, well, then you get something like this. This is the XLR cable that's going to make this mixer that I picked up worth it. So I don't want to stick with these little Yeti appliance mics, as I call them. They're a complete package. You can't upgrade anything. You can't improve the preamp. You don't even get EQ on this thing. The Yeti that I had before this one, the old silver classic model, with the mini USB, the old silver Yeti that I had before all of this, it basically, the USB port wore out, but even that thing let me adjust bass and treble, and that's one of the reasons why if you look at the old recordings, like VODs and stuff that I have on here with the old silver mic, I sound way more like I'm on the radio than with this thing. Because I actually could modify EQ, and I could compress, and I could do all kinds of other cool stuff with it. This thing's a little more basic. I want to move beyond all of this because this thing's got some bells and whistles to it. It has a compressor. It has EQ. It has everything that I'm looking for from this. And this can just be a portable or a backup or a simpler solution. Oops, I hit the button. Open up Sherpa. Good, I'm still in cardioid mode. Don't want to defeat the purpose. Indigestion. Don't want to defeat the purpose. I don't want to defeat the purpose of getting a mechanical keyboard with brown switches by having too much noise and whatnot. All right. So what is this? This is Amazon. I ordered an XLR cable, Amazon Basics, single item order. Probably going to go out in an envelope. Here's the thing. It was ordered on Monday, May 4th. It shipped today, which when this screenshot was taken was Friday, May 8th. Now, I've recently, since getting involved with Twitch and the whole Twitch Prime thing, picked up an Amazon subscription to Amazon Prime. I'm going to check out the video stuff too. See, whenever the watch party comes down to other streamers besides partners, that'll be interesting as well. It's being tested right now, I believe, with partners only, but I'll have to see when Twitch is going to roll that out to other folks on the platform. But it sounds like a cool idea to be able to have a watch party stream with Amazon Prime folks and whatnot and not have copyright issues because it's technically an Amazon Prime thing and the stream is getting married up to what someone's watching directly. That's a cool idea. However, the whole 2-day shipping thing, yeah, you'll get 2-day shipping when the order dispatches. Ordered May 4th, didn't get out the door until May 8th. Now, it's perfectly understandable that with coronavirus and everything, that places have to be more careful, and that's going to slow everything down. Supply chain, picking in the warehouse, shipping times, everything is going to be slower because of what's going on. And it's the right thing to do. I mean, it's the right thing to do, even from a business perspective. It's not a good idea to have people constantly getting sick, especially with what this thing could do. You don't want to be losing good people and having to start all over, training people from scratch over and over and over again, which hurts your productivity, by the way, because you didn't take due precautions with a serious global pandemic like this. So it's perfectly understandable that things are slower. But I've seen multiple eTailers do this kind of wacky stuff. So here's an order that didn't dispatch for a couple of days, but I'll still get my 2-day shipping now that it's finally out the door. Matter of fact, it's about just shy of 4 in the morning on the East Coast. So this thing is actually due in later today. Probably by the time I wake up, there'll be an envelope stuffed in my mailbox outside. So, you have this. I also had a Newegg order. It went to shipped status, but then on the tracking page, it stayed in, waiting for shipping label for a couple of days before it finally dispatched. Of course, I had a B&H order that was a little slow, too. It took nearly a week to get it out the door earlier in this whole thing when everybody was getting used to all the extra precautions that you want to take to not come down with this thing. So it's not an Amazon problem. It's going to happen everywhere. And it's perfectly understandable. I think the right thing to do is to protect people's health because, quite frankly, it is in everyone's best interest that we don't have a customer base get sick or, die. Healthy customers are the best customers. So that's, even from a business perspective, you can try to be all Scrooge, miser, whatever with it, but it still makes more sense that you want your customers to be healthy. It's that simple, because people tend not to spend money like they used to when they're paying hospital bills or they're in the hospital or whatnot. So it's just the thing. Perfectly understandable that places are slower to ship things because of the extra precautions they have to take. However, we should really kind of back off on the sales pitches and stuff like that. Don't be telling people, 2-day shipping, when you're going to have trouble with that commitment, especially when you're making the news for needing to hire 100,000 people to deal with the surge in demand because of things like the panic buying that was going on earlier and stuff along those lines. So definitely. So, yes, arriving tomorrow by 9 p.m., ordered Monday, May 4th, didn't get out the door until Friday, May 8th. Woo! So, I had to take a screenshot of this because it's a really small order, and I've been joking about this kind of stuff happening. And it's great to finally get a screenshot of it so I can know that I'm not nuts. Let's move